Here's today's In Touch devotion.
Today's scripture reading begins in verse 2 of James chapter 1. Consider it all joy, my brothers and sisters, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. But if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But he must ask in faith, without any doubting. For the one who doubts is like the surf of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For that person ought not to expect that he will receive anything from the Lord, being a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Now the brother or sister of humble circumstances is to glory in his high position, but the rich person is to glory in his humiliation, because like flowering grass he will pass away. For the sun rises with its scorching heat and withers the grass, and its flower falls off, and the beauty of its appearance is destroyed. So also the rich person, in the midst of his pursuits, will die out. Blessed is a man who perseveres under trial, for once he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him.
Have you ever thought, I can't take this anymore, or I give up? These phrases have the power to change the direction of our life. Let's look at 3 things that could cause these sentiments. 1. Satan and his angels. Through their involvement, those of us who are believers can be tempted to stop waiting on God for solutions and instead seek our own way out. Or the enemy may try to redirect our focus away from Jesus and onto our negative emotions. If he can make us feel helpless and hopeless, then he is successfully distracting us from God. 2. The world. Ungodly people are always ready to give believers advice. We need God's wisdom to set ourselves apart from their thinking and yet stay connected enough to share God's message of hope with them. And 3. Our own flesh. We have a tendency to do what feels good and benefits us, but God's way is always best and the most fulfilling. If you have ever wanted to give up, you've probably been influenced by one or more of these factors. But God has good purposes for the trials He allows in our life. They produce perseverance that helps to mature us as Christians. When we look at things from that perspective, we can actually consider it all joy to have struggles.